Hey guys, Hardcore Harry here. Before I get started, I apologize for any noise you may hear. Right here next to the microphone, I have Eddie, one of my kitties, purring very loudly, and he doesn't want to move. So you may hear some purring and heavy breathing, and that's just him. Anyway, anybody that knows me and has been watching knows I'm not really a big not that I can't be serious. I prefer fun. I'm not really a big serious person, but this I kind of want to get a little serious with. So the title, which is still fully not decided, but it's gonna be something like Harry versus Hardcore Harry or something like that. And it's not like a funny thing. It's not you're gonna see me versus Hardcore Harry. No, it's just something I want to talk about, and it's something I talked about with Erica last night and something I've been thinking about myself a lot, and her talk with it kind of helped a lot. I just kind of want to share it with you guys. So, as you know, one of my favorite series I started doing was Mic Drop, and it is a good series. It started to get a little, it's something didn't feel right about it, and I wasn't really sure what it was, and there was a few times I thought, you know what, I might just actually scrap this. Because one of the things, as much as I love doing this, I want to do it for fun, I also do want to make it a career. My mic drops get more views, but my Let's Plays, Don't Laugh challenges, things like that get a lot longer average view time. And from what I've looked up and read about, view time is more important than number of views. I mean, you still need views, but your view time is more important. That's why I was kind of keeping both on. So what I would do is, and another thing I read about was posting on Facebook actually it can hurt your channel. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll do the mic drops, post them on Facebook. My Let's Plays I'll keep for my subscribers and random viewers that happen to come by them. That way I get my videos with a lot of views, and then I get my videos with a higher average view time. But still, it's just something about them. The mic drops doesn't feel right. And Erica kind of brought up a good point, and something I think I was thinking it and didn't really know how to come to the epiphany of it, but one of the things she likes about me is my positivity. And there's my alarm.
We're on the easy street.
I'm not usually a negative person. I mean, there's negativity there, but she likes the positivity. And one of the things she didn't like about Mike Drop, not that she didn't like it, but one of the things that she looked at and said that's not really an accurate representation is it's more of a negative. It's more negative. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be positive. It's meant to find social injustice, point it out, and stick it to it. But that's not that it's not me, but it's not necessarily me. Me calling people out like that is more of the Hardcore Harry, not my YouTube persona, not my YouTube name, but like the Hardcore Harry persona that I picked up from being a wrestling fan. It's more of that. It's more of the bad guy type that goes after things like that. Even though I'm going after a-holes, it's still it's more of the bad guy type. It's more of that character coming through and not me. And people that don't know me might not see that as much, but that's kind of an issue too, because then they see that and they're like, oh, that's him. It's not me. I mean, it is. It's a part of me. Don't get me wrong. Like, the persona is a part of me. It's in there, but like the Mic Drop series is kind of me pulling the persona out, dragging it out, and saying, okay, perform for this. It's dragging it out and making it perform at times where it doesn't necessarily need to be there. And she kind of saw that, and I think it's what I was seeing that was wrong, and I just couldn't pinpoint it. But like now that she mentioned, I'm like, what, that's kind of true. And she's seen it and I've seen it. Like, it's not that I'm not passionate, but there's times in those videos where it looks like I'm kind of forcing it out, and it's all real opinions I have, and things that I wanted to talk about, but it's in a way that I necessarily shouldn't. Maybe I don't even know how to word it, but in a way that I shouldn't do it. And I was watching some of my videos, and I just like came to an epiphany earlier today. Actually, one of the things I do, and I honestly just realized it today, this morning. Is that in some of my videos I will, and a lot of them, like I'm trying to, like the racism video, if anybody watched that, I go off and on racists, and I tell them, why don't you leave the country, and I keep going off on them, and then I say, and it's the only video I've done it in, but then I say, hey, Sorry, my cat Gwenny now is making a lot of noise. I don't know if you can hear her. She has her stuffed animal baby, and when she has it in her mouth, she makes this loud meowing sound, and it's trying to stay situated, but she's distracting because she's pretty cute when she does it. Meow. Gwenny, what are you doing? Come here. Meow. Now you're just yelling at me because you want more food. I understand what you're doing now. Anyway. I know, Gwenny, I understand. Anyway, like I was saying, so I've done another video, so I'll call somebody out, and then I'll say, if there's one thing I'd like is you should take one thing from this and think of something in a different way, and that'll be, considered a success to me. And how do I expect people to look at something in a different way and watch my video and think differently if I'm just insulting them the whole time and then say, oh, well, hopefully you look at things a different way? It doesn't quite work, And it is, like I said, it's kind of me dragging the hardcore Harry persona out and saying, perform. And it's with some of these important subjects, it's not really that persona that needs to be out. It's just me talking normally, and not necessarily need to be me dropping the mic on somebody, but me saying, this is wrong, and here's why it's wrong. It was fun to record for a while, and then it stopped getting fun to record. So, I'm not shelving it completely. You might still see episodes of it, but I'm not going to shelve it completely. What I'm thinking is it's going to be there for something that's really important, that affects me personally or somebody I love and care about personally, not just, wow, that's wrong, I got to talk about that, but like, wow, that directly affects me. Something that I can get actually passionate about and, actually have a reason to be talking about it other than it just made me a little mad. So it's not where I think I want to go with my YouTube channel. It's something that at first I'm like, wow, I'm getting all these views on it. And I think that's why I kept doing it too, is because I was getting a ton of views on them. Not a ton, but for me, it's my videos that have the most views. But like I said, coming from a business standpoint, they also have the least amount of view time. Like my average, a lot of my Let's Plays and Don't Laugh challenges are averaging, 5 to 9 minutes, of view time. Whereas my racism video, for instance, 1 minute and 34 seconds is the average view time, which means people are hopping on, watching, and being like, never mind. And that's another thing I kind of want to talk about a little bit. It kind of, I don't know, I just felt some kind of way about it, and it kind of angered me. It's like, so I'll put up a video, and this isn't an insult to you guys, but like, this is just the way I was feeling. I put up a Don't Laugh challenge where both of them, I laugh at 9/11, and people are all over that and watch it and find it hilarious. But I put up a video about a serious topic like racism, and it is a serious topic, but I put up a video like that, and I'm only getting 1 minute and 34 seconds average view time. Like, you'll watch me laugh like an idiot, but as soon as I have something important to say, so we don't listen to him, And that's how I was kind of feeling. I didn't mean, like, I didn't want to go there, but that's kind of how I was feeling. I'm like, how should I feel? And another thing I realized with that is it's not that, it's not what I just said. It's not how it is. What it is this world is, there's a lot of bad things going on here. There's a lot of negativity out there. There's a lot of positivity too, but there's a lot of negativity out there, especially on the news and, newspapers. Everything you see, it's constant negativity. People do go to YouTube for news, but like when they're looking at, especially with a channel like mine, when they're coming to my channel, I understand you guys aren't coming here to look for, serious political news topics and all this negativity. You're looking for an escape for that, and that's how I am with YouTube. I don't go on YouTube looking for news very often. I think that's what the actual problem was. I think that's why my mic drops get next to no views. Oh, well, next to no view time. They get a lot of views, but next to no view time, and my other videos get a lot of view time. People will watch, check it out, see what's going on here, and they see it's more of this crap that's already going on in the world. Turn it off and find something else to watch, which it's kind of how I am. I mean, when I go on YouTube, and that's why I think I need to to do more too is, what am I looking for when I go on YouTube? Because that's, a part of me. What am I looking for? I can make that for people that are similar to me. What do people like me? What do I and people like me look for when they're on YouTube? But for me, it's not the news. I'm not going there to look for negativity. I'm going there to look for something fun to watch, because got enough crap going on in the world as it is. I don't need to see more of it. And that being said, it's not all negative. It doesn't come from a place of negativity. It just ends up being negative. But I said it in my introduction, and it's a very good video from PewDiePie. I'm going to try to find it, and I'll put the link in the description. But it's a very good video about forced positivity. And he's admitted that he's played games that he hasn't necessarily liked, but he plays them to get them done, and he says, "Oh, it's a great game, just to further his career," and it was making him miserable. And why am I doing that? It's basically what I'm doing with Mic Drop. I'm making videos because they get a lot of views, and it's not just that. Like I said, these are all viewpoints I have, and these are viewpoints I want to make, but they're a part of me. They're not a big part of me. It's not the big part of me. The big part of me is fun-loving, positivity, is have a good time, and negativity is going to be a part of that. But Mic Drop is kind of bringing that negativity out and putting it on the forefront. It's kind of like, okay, well, let's find negativity. It's negativity is going to be there, but it doesn't mean you have to go looking for it. You can try to stay positive, and Mic Drop kind of prevents that. And I know I'm probably rambling on a little bit here, and I'm trying not to, but I have a lot to say, and it's just the way I've been kind of feeling lately. It's actually, the channel's it's doing pretty good. It is. It's just, it's not moving as fast as I'd like it, obviously. And when I post a video, when I make a video, it takes me, it's not a short amount of time, because sometimes I re-record stuff too. So when Mic Drop that took me 3 to 4 hours to record gets an average view time of 2 minutes, it's frustrating to see. But like I said, I understand a part of that is because nobody wants to watch that kind of stuff. We have plenty of that going on, but it's still going to be there if something completely terrible happens that I need to talk about. Not something I'm like, well, there's a topic I can talk about, but something like, wow, that really makes me angry. That's the time I'm going to use it and post that kind of stuff, because it's still my channel, It's my channel. It's whatever I want to talk about, it's what I'm going to talk about. But that doesn't mean I need to find anything negative and be like, okay, well, let's talk about that. Even if I have an opinion about it, if it's not, a super passionate opinion, there's no point in making it. So with that, like I said, Mic Drop. One of my favorite episodes of Mic Drop, actually. This is kind of giving me motivation to do other stuff, and Eric kind of talked about it with me too. But my Bill O'Reilly interview, not the first video, but the one where I interviewed him with video clips of him spliced in. That is one of my favorite videos, because I kind of got to act a little bit, and I got to have fun with it. It was still taking a serious topic, but it was making fun of it a little bit, and it was having fun with it. It was something that was funny, and the inspiration came from an old wrestling. The inspiration came from an old wrestling interview promo. No. The inspiration for it actually came from an old wrestling promo. Kurt Angle did an interview with The Rock where he did that. He spliced in different clips of The Rock in different interviews and wearing different clothes and all that, like what I did with Bill O'Reilly, and it was a lot of fun. It didn't get a whole lot of average view time either, but it was fun for me. It was probably to date the most fun I've had recording video, the most fun I've had editing a video, and the most fun I've had going back and watching one of my videos. It's just, I think it's hilarious. I don't know. So I want to do more stuff like that, with some interviews like that, but not just that, like just comedic skits and sketches. Like that might be an avenue to go. And I'm going to try to get some more of that in. It's going to be tough because, and I was reading something about it, and it's true. The average comedic skit's like 5 minutes long, and that takes hours and hours and hours and hours to edit and film and all that. Whereas a Let's Play, for instance, a half-hour long Let's Play, minimal editing, you get 2 15-minute videos out of it, or, 1 30-minute video. So you cut a lot more out of skits and things like that, and even mic drops, than you would a Let's Play. I mean, you do cut some stuff out of Let's Play, but it's not nearly as much as with other stuff. Two more brief points I want to touch on. One that I was kind of thinking about when I was talking about the negativity, but I didn't want to get derailed and start rambling. But last year, my grandma passed away, and she was and still is one of the biggest inspirations in my life. And with YouTube, it's kind of something I want to do. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, and she always believed in everything that I wanted to do. And I know she's still up there somewhere, and she is still believing in me and what I want to do. And I don't want to, honor her legacy by making negative videos, because that's not the me she knew, and that's not me. I'd rather honor her by making some fun Let's Plays where I'm laughing, because that's what she'd want to see. She won't want to see me getting angry and yelling at people. She'd want to see me having fun and doing what I always did. Gwenny, I'm trying to make some points here. Stop yelling. So Gwenny gets to yell, just not me. So I don't want to honor her legacy by being a negative person. I'm going to honor it by being a positive person and accepting and acknowledging that there is negativity and it will be there and it's going to come out sometimes, but it doesn't mean I need to go looking for it. I'm going to kind of cut that part short, because I probably will make a video about my grandma eventually. She deserves a whole video. More than that, she deserves a whole channel full of videos, but I'm also getting a little teared up, so I'm trying to, I don't want to do that for this video, so I'm going to cut that part short. But the other thing I wanted to touch on is kind of another new idea. It's something it's not new, it's just something I've been thinking about. I kind of didn't know how I wanted to do it, but I thought about getting a mount in my car for my phone and just recording me in there, because I have some funny moments in my car when I'm driving to and from work. Hi, Gwenny. What's going on? Do you want to be on YouTube? You want to talk to the viewers? You have anything else to say? No? Okay. Now that she's here, she doesn't have anything to talk about. Anyway. So, I was thinking that, but I just didn't know how quite to do it. But I was watching Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks have a little episodic show on YouTube called Being the Elite. And if you can hear that noise, that's Eddie scratching the doorknob. The kitties, here's Gwenny. That's why the camera's shaking, because Gwenny just jumped up on the desk. Hi, Gwenny, what's going on? Hi, what's going on, beautiful? And now Eddie's trying on the desk. Oh, Eddie's on the computer. Anyway. So, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks have an episodic series on YouTube called Being the Elite, and that's kind of something I might do. I don't want to blatantly steal the idea, but something similar to that, I kind of just go over a day with them, kind of comedic take on it, a lot of hijinks, and that's something I think would be pretty cool and pretty fun to do. So that's something I might do eventually. But a lot of things, a lot of ideas I have going around. I haven't had a whole lot of time since coming back from vacation. I kind of mentioned that in the Penguins video, but if you haven't watched that, there hasn't been a whole lot of time. As soon as I came back, I worked 3 days, and I worked 44 hours in that 3 days, so I haven't had time to really record or do anything. And Gwenny's on the move, as you can probably see. Hi, Gwenny. And now she's sitting on my mouse, and if I try to get to my mouse, she's going to attack me. I promise I have a Disney swag video still, all the stuff I bought in Disney. I still have some Disney vlogs and Universal vlog. I'll get them up as soon as I can, I promise. I didn't really get a whole lot done on my days off this week, just because I just kind of needed a break. I was exhausted. I kind of needed a break. So me and Erica went back to our roots and played some 7 Days to Die. Started a new map. Had a lot of fun doing that, and I got re-addicted to that and didn't want to stop playing. So that's kind of what happened on my days off. But I promise, you're going to see some new videos. You're going to see some stuff I can finally get up. I'm going to finish kindergarten. I'm going to play some more Friday the 13th. I have a lot of other games I want to start playing. I'm going to eventually try to finish Outlast. It's been a while since I've picked it up, but I'm going to try to finish Outlast. So I got a lot of things coming up, and thank you guys for listening. I just kind of wanted to tell you guys and talk about more about what's going on, but there's not going to be a whole lot changed to the channel, just other than Mic Drop not being there that often anymore. But I have some episodic series, and that's another thing with Mic Drop. I wanted to make it a weekly episodic series, but once again, that's kind of forcing stuff, because if nothing happens in a week that I want to talk about, what do I put up, So I scratched that idea, but I do have some weekly episodic series that I would like to make and start putting out. So hopefully you'll see those soon. All right. Thank you guys for listening. I know I rambled a lot. Probably gonna have to cut this down some, because this went probably a lot longer than I wanted it to. But hey, whatever. It was stuff that needed to be said. So thank you guys for listening. Don't just have a great day. Have a hardcore.